What is the best way to protect ourselves from the Great Reset from IROC 007? Is there a magic bullet? Because we're all pretty clear that it is coming. And so let's just talk about what it is and how this WEF organization is actually structured. So it is a collective name for a series of economic plans, and they were introduced by the World Economic Forum during the C19 outbreak. Now, if you browse the WEFforum.org website, you will read a lot of very terrifying articles. A lot of it is kind of mishmash of stuff, but some stuff is kind of scary. They are not hiding what their plan is. And they give the vision of kind of a carbon neutral world as they go forward. But I think it's much more around, okay, we know we have the world is built on debt. Governments need more control. Institutions, regulators all need to work together. And I think the Great Reset really is to deal with this debt issue, deal with the control of the plebs issue, and CBDCs are the end game, the silver bullet that they believe will help figure out how to prevent this whole financial system from collapsing and how to stop the people in the world running riot out there. So again, that I think is happening, and the pace at which central bank digital currencies are coming is staggering. 90% of central banks around the world are implementing, have a plan, or are building right now. And it's coming. The next 2 years, I think probably a third of the planet will be running on CBDCs. So what can you do? What is your escape vehicle, your insurance mechanism, your schmuck insurance, whatever you want to call it, as I think Chamath calls it all the time? But Bitcoin is still the best bet at protecting ourselves from the Great Reset. And why? Because it will become more valuable. Like we saw what happened with PayPal 2 weeks ago, and how there was a revolt and how people canceled their accounts. Nobody wants to be censored. Nobody wants spy coins or control or manipulation, and nobody wants to pay a $2,500 fine for what somebody may deem good or bad or whatever. So the idea is to gain control. We're seeing that in China live play out in front of our faces. The governments can take taxes directly from your wallet. They can put stimulus money directly in your wallet, but force you to spend it within a certain time frame and on certain types of assets. Maybe you're only allowed to buy bananas this week. Maybe you're only allowed to buy, I don't know, electronics, whatever. It is kind of a genius ploy for governments to take control. But as soon as you start to think about saving money with CBDCs, they'll either force you to spend it or penalize you with either negative interest rates, etc. There's so many tools that they have in their arsenal to do that. And Bitcoin is the escape from the system. You can store your wealth outside of the system. It is the hardest asset on earth. I do believe there will be a massive spike in Bitcoin as well, because that censorship resistance narrative on a hard asset is critical. And don't worry, these CBDCs will debase faster than traditional fiat. There's no doubt about that. In fact, there'll probably come a time where they won't even share how much money printing they're actually doing. So that's my thought. I don't want to terrify anybody, but that's one of the key reasons for that I believe CBDCs will be coming in the year 2028 or something. Never realized it would all be happening so fast. So here we are.